Planet Earth still hides biological secrets that have only been recorded once. These are the phantom species, animals that appeared and then vanished completely. For centuries, naturalists have struggled to find a second individual of their kind, leaving science with nothing but a single dusty specimen in a museum drawer. Our journey begins in the dry scrum forests of Andhra Pradesh, India. In 1848, a unique bird called Jerdon's courser was discovered. A British surgeon caught the first and only living specimen of that era. It was a nocturnal runner, possessing distinct white bands across its breast fur. After that single encounter, the bird vanished from the face of the earth. For over a century, multiple massive search expeditions found absolutely nothing, turning our eyes to the absolute pitch-black depths of the Pacific Ocean. In 1976, an unbelievable event shocked marine biologists. A U.S. Navy research vessel accidentally hauled up a massive, unknown creature. It was the Megamouth Shark, an ancient giant with a bulbous head. Its enormous mouth contained a luminous silvery lining to attract plankton. This single individual represented a completely new family of sharks. It proved that giant prehistoric species still roam the deep ocean layers. Now, we journey to the isolated volcanic islands of the Galapagos. On Pinta Island, a single survivor defied the extinction of his lineage. His name was Lonesome George, discovered entirely by accident in 1971. For over 40 years, he was the only known living representative of his subspecies. Global efforts to find a female companion on other islands failed repeatedly. George passed away in 2012, closing a unique chapter of evolution. His death showed how quickly a lineage can vanish when down to one. We move to the dense mist-shrouded montane forests of East Africa. A tiny, cryptic mammal was recorded here only once by Western science. It was the rare Tanzanian shrew, known from a single physical specimen, caught in a small pitfalls trap set during a biodiversity survey. Despite continuous monitoring, no other individual has ever fallen into the traps. They remain hidden in the deep subterranean layers of the forest soil. Deep water mysteries appear when we least expect them on shore. In 1955, a bizarre beaked whale washed ashore, alive. It was the spade-toothed whale, an animal never seen at sea. It possessed two unique, flat teeth shaped like ancient garden spades. The dying animal rolled back into the surf before measurements were complete. For decades, it existed only as a skull fragment in a small collection. No living pod has ever been tracked by marine satellite systems. The ocean depths swallowed the species back into total anonymity. On the tropical island of New Britain, a secretive bird emerged once. The New Britain thrasher, caught during a lone scientific expedition. It possessed a striking golden iris and a long, curved black bill. It was released safely back into the thick forest canopy layer. Subsequent ornithological surveys spent months listening for its distinct calls. But the canopy remained silent, offering only the songs of common species. The species became another unconfirmed ghost of the Pacific Islands. Deep, tropical valleys create micro-ecosystems where evolution takes unique leaps. In 1992, a monumental discovery occurred in Vietnam, Vietnam. Naturalists found long, straight horns hanging in a local hunter's cabin. It belonged to the Saola, a majestic bovid that science had never seen alive. It was called the Asian unicorn, a creature defined by absolute secrecy. Only a few camera traps have ever managed to capture its ghost-like presence. It walked past the lens for a brief moment, then melted back into the dense bush. Despite decades of intensive searching, no live Saola has been seen since. It remains an evolutionary phantom protected by the impenetrable jungle terrain. From the high mountains, we sink back down into the ocean's twilight zone. In 1998, a deep-sea submersible recorded a chilling entity. It was the Bigfin Squid, captured at a depth of 4,000 meters. The creature possessed long, thread-like tentacles that bent at sharp angles. These ultra-thin appendages stretched over 8 meters in length. It hovered in absolute stillness, unaffected by the immense oceanic pressure. This single detailed video sequence redefined our understanding of cephalopods. No physical specimen has ever been recovered intact for laboratory study. It lives in a realm where human eyes can only intrude for minutes. We return to the terrestrial world, to the forgotten islands of Peru. In 1970, a single specimen of the dark pocket gopher was caught. It had unique fur-lined cheek pouches used to store dry desert seeds. The animal was documented, catalogued, and then its population vanished completely. El Niño storms altered the island's fragile vegetation loop forever. Subsequent searches found only empty burrows, overtaken by invasive ants. A single life encounter was all the species gave to human history. Now consider the vast unexplored cloud forests of New Guinea. In 1961, a unique, egg-laying mammal was documented. It was Attenborough's long-beaked echidna, unique to a single mountain peak. It possessed a long, downward curved snout designed to probe for earthworms. The single specimen collected remained a biological anomaly for decades. The Cyclops Mountains are incredibly steep, isolated by vertical rock walls. For over 60 years, no scientist could find another trace of its existence, leaving the world to believe this bizarre mammal had crossed into extinction. But nature preserves its secrets well within these isolated geography traps. Moving to the Caribbean, the island of Jamaica hides its own lost legends. In the mid-19th century, a massive lizard species was recorded once. It was the Jamaican giant gallowasp, a predator of the forest floor. It possessed a powerful jaw, capable of crushing hardland snails. Mongoose, introduced by humans, hunted the giant lizards to total erasure. Today, only one large stuffed specimen remains in a London museum. A silent witness to an ecosystem disrupted before it could be understood. The loss of these unique apex species leaves a permanent void in nature. Every single specimen animal represents a missing link in Earth's history. They are warnings of how fragile biological diversity truly is. Yet, science refuses to give up on these lost evolutionary lineages. In the boundless world of insects, single encounter mysteries happen with higher frequency. Consider the legendary case of the Canterbury ringlet butterfly in New Zealand. In 1876, an amateur collector caught a single, dark lepidopterus. It possessed rich, velvet black wings decorated with perfect silver ring patterns. The single specimen was pinned, dried, and preserved inside a private collection. For 150 years, no entomologist ever saw that wing pattern again. Did the species inhabit a single mountain valley that was cleared for livestock? Or do they pass their short adult life cycle in the highest rock crevices? The butterfly remains a historical enigma, fixed forever in a single display case. From insects, we travel to the vast, dry interior deserts of Australia. Here, the elusive night parrot played a dangerous game of hide-and-seek. For over a century, it was known only from a dead specimen found by a roadside. The small bird lived in absolute darkness, avoiding any form of light. In 2013, a patient researcher recorded a single 5-second video clip. That short, shaky footage provided the first living proof of its modern survival. Today, advanced conservation technology gives us new ways to listen to the dark. Scientists use autonomous acoustic monitors to scan vast wilderness zones. Computer algorithms analyze millions of audio hours for a single rare call. Environmental DNA sampling can now confirm a species from a cup of river water. The genetic material left behind reveals what our clumsy eyes miss. Artificial intelligence drones fly over impenetrable forest canopies day and night. Thermal vision cameras slice through the leaves to spot hidden body heat. This non-invasive tracking gives experts hope that these phantoms still endure. Somewhere out there, in the deepest valleys, the last individuals are walking. Protecting intact wild habitats is the absolute key to their survival. Every hectare of forest saved is a potential home guarded for an unknown species. Because when the final pristine habitat is cleared, the mystery ends forever. Earth's incredible biological history book is still being written by explorers. Every year, small dedicated teams venture into the most hostile terrains. They brave freezing depths and burning heat for that one historic breakthrough. To prove that these single specimen creatures were not just anomalies of history, but living, breathing marvels of a complex, interconnected biosphere. The next great biological discovery could happen tomorrow, where we least expect. Keep your eyes alert, for the natural world is always watching us back. The phantoms of the past remind us of how much we still have to lose, and how much left there is to protect in the remaining quiet spaces. Thank you for joining this journey into the planet's deepest natural secrets. Do not forget to like and subscribe to explore more mysteries of our world. Share this story to help raise awareness for endangered wildlife habitats worldwide. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and protect the wild.